Hi, Sophie here. So today I'm going to be sharing with you what I eat in a day from when I get up in the morning till I go to bed at night, whole food, plant-based, full edition, because it really changes with the seasons for me. And I'm also going to share with you some of my favorite vegan cookery books. Alright, so I love it when the season changes. It's just an opportunity for me to change things up. And if you're like me and you eat a whole food plant-based diet, and if you're not, but you want to be, listen up, because I've got something very special to announce in a moment, something that might really help you on your whole food plant-based journey. But for me, I really love it because it's an opportunity for me to sort of make a little bit of a switch. And so I've been eating a certain way in the summer, lots of raw foods, lots of salads and delicious carpaccios, and I do a lot of mandolin vegetables. Like I go crazy with my mandolin in the summer because I like really paper thin beets and zucchini and fennel and things like that. So to eat with the seasons isn't just tastier, but it's also healthier for us. I think our bodies, our natural biorhythms are very much in tune with the season, and so it's healthier to eat with the seasons anyway. So what do I eat during the day? And again, I'm going to get to this really special announcement that I have in a minute. And don't go, stick around, because I'm really excited to show you my favorite whole food plant-based cookery books. So what I eat in a day is I get up in the morning and I pretty much always, depending, regardless of the season, have some kind of a water. So in the summer it might be a lemon water, and then in the fall I'm going to start transitioning to something that's warmer. So I love to have a warm, so it's I boil a tea kettle off the boil for about 10 or 15 minutes. So I just stick it on when I wake up, and then when I'm doing my yoga and meditation it cools down, and then I'll pour it over a thumb of fresh ginger root, which I'll peel and just put in a mug. And then I might do a little bit of lemon, and I also might do a turmeric root as well. A little bit of fresh turmeric root, which I'm finding a lot more now in the stores here in LA. And then I'll let that steep just for a few minutes and then sip on that. And it's really cleansing, it's anti-inflammatory, it's soothing. The whole thing is just absolutely delicious, and it's the perfect start to a full day. Now, breakfast time. Now, for those of you who follow me, you'll know that I'm big on smoothies, but sometimes when the weather gets cooler, I don't always feel like a giant cool icy smoothie. I want something that's warmer and that's just a little bit more comforting. So some mornings I do a smoothie, but not every morning, and instead, in lieu of a smoothie, I'll very often do an oatmeal bowl, or I'll do a quinoa porridge, which I absolutely love. So I love playing with grains. So I'll do a quinoa or a amaranth or a millet porridge, which basically is just like an oatmeal. You're just putting the grain into a heavy bottom saucepan with some water. I'll throw in some dates, I'll throw in cinnamon, I'll throw in a quarter of a cup of unsweetened pumpkin puree, I'll throw in some bananas. All of these foods for me are very sweet and comforting. And when we go to the fall, you really want to start thinking of having foods that are a little bit more satisfying and comforting. So I'll boil these. They don't take long. Again, it's not a big deal. It'll just simmer away on the stove. Maybe if it's a millet, it might take 12 minutes, 15 minutes. Obviously, if it's oatmeal, it's super duper quick. Sometimes I use my Instapot to do a steel cut oatmeal, so that's really quick as well. And then I will top it with seeds, toasted nuts. Sometimes I sprout them. does anybody do a lot of sprouting or eat sprouted seeds and nuts? If you have digestive issues of any kind, you might want to start sprouting, which basically means soaking overnight, and then you can go through a sprouting process if you want. Your nuts and your seeds and obviously your beans. Let me know if you do. I'm really interested, and let me know if you might like a video on sprouting, because I think I've been thinking about doing that for a while. So we're going to get to the recipe books in a minute, so stick around from that. We're at breakfast now. Sometimes I'm really in the mood for a piece of toast. So I'll do some Ezekiel toast, some sprouted grain toast, and I'll have a little bit of earth balanced spread on it. I'll do some almond butter, some peanut butter, maybe a really low sugar jelly, and that with a big steaming cup of either green tea or organic English breakfast black tea. Oh, that's my dog barking. And a little bit of soy milk or almond milk. So these are the sort of foods that I like to have. And then here's the trick, because I'm such a smoothie advocate, because you get so much nutrition, really good nutrition, essential nutrition in a smoothie. In the fall and the winter, I might have my smoothie later on in the day or later on in the morning. I just don't feel like that first thing in the morning. And so maybe after I've done my workout, when I get back from a workout, particularly if I do a really hard workout, I'm starving and I really need that plant-based protein. So then I'll have a smoothie, and I'll do, again, you can throw the pumpkin. You've opened a can of pumpkin puree, throw some in a smoothie, and a little bit of pumpkin spice and some almond milk and some banana and some dates and some hemp protein. So all that, hemp hearts is a great way, hemp seeds or hemp hearts, to be used interchangeably, but that makes a delicious smoothie. I'll pop a link for that, for a beautiful pumpkin smoothie underneath this video, and I'll put lots of recipe links underneath this video as well for the quinoa porridge and things like that. All right, we've got to move on because I want to get to the books and I want to get to my special announcement. Lunchtime, what do I have for lunch? So soups. I'm huge on soups in the fall. So I love soups because I can make a big batch of soup on the weekend. Sunday is my soup making day. It's my food prep day, but soups are the easiest food prep you can do. I'll get my slow cooker out and then I just get going. And I make a big vegetable soup on a Sunday. So I'll fill it with things like leeks. It'll have a base of, mirepoix, leeks and carrots and shallots and onions and garlic and whatnot. I can do it oil-free, so I can use a veggie broth to water saute it if I want to go oil-free. And then I can add butternut squash, I can add zucchini, I can add mushrooms. So I'll make a base of a huge vegetable soup. And then what's really great is that you can customize as the days of the week go on, so you're not having the same soup. So one day you can dump in a great big spoon of pesto, vegan pesto, and then you have this lovely Mediterranean sort of pesto soup. And then another day I'll throw in some spices like some cumin and turmeric, and I might even put in some garbanzo beans, so then I've got more of a kind of Moroccan theme going on. Another day I'll throw in some lentils so that I really sort of change it up and make it a little bit thicker. So that's the great thing. You make your base and you customize. The great thing about soup is also you can freeze it. So freeze it in really easy to go and easy to use portions for your lunches. So that's a big, big part of my lunch. Sometimes for lunch I'll do and I'll put a recipe in a link as well, I'll do a baked potato, but I'll do a sweet baked potato. This can be dinner as well. And then I serve it for lunch. It's kind of a little bit lukewarm, so it's not hot, it's sort of room temperature, but again, that's really filling, and you can customize that as well. So then in the afternoon, my afternoon staples in the fall, rather than a smoothie, if I want to have that sort of pick-me-up snack or something really filling and comforting, is I'm big on lattes. I'll put a link to a video, another video I did all about medicinal lattes. And I'll put a link to a delicious pumpkin spice latte with adaptogen mushrooms in it. So these are the sort of lattes I do in the afternoon because they're sweet, they're comforting, and it stops me from reaching for that sugary snack such as the brownie or the muffin or whatever, which sometimes in the winter, when you have that sort of slump in the afternoon, you tend to want to go to the coffee shop and have that big, huge sugary latte or the muffin, and it just avoids that. And yet it's even more satisfying satisfying. Okay, then we get to dinner, and my dinners in the evenings, my number one favorite full dinner is chili, hands down. And I get my slow cooker out and I make the most mega pot of veggie chili, recipe link underneath this video, and then I will customize it again for the family so I can change it up a little bit. Sometimes I'll throw in spinach or kale or some kind of green, so you're getting all your veggies in there. Sometimes I'll make it really spicy if I've got family members or people coming over and they really want that Tex-Mex thing. Sometimes I'll make it really, really mild. So that's one of my go-tos. Another is I love bolognese. I love a vegan bolognese, beautiful, that I'll put over, you know, an ancient grain pasta or a gluten-free pasta. I love my baked potatoes. I love a baked sweet potato. And the absolute go-to as well, this is in the summer, but it lends itself beautifully to the fall, is grain bowls. So you can load them up with slightly more seasonal veggies. And I also love a sort of casserole as well in the fall. So again, really easy with your veggies to make a casserole with lots of root veggies. Oh, and that's another thing. And this I'll just do very occasionally, is lots and lots of roasted veggies. But I'm a little bit careful with that because it does require a little bit of oil on it. And we want to try and go as oil-free as possible for optimum health. So here's the announcement, and then I'm going to get onto the books. So the announcement is that if you want help, if you want inspiration, if you want more ideas, if you're just up for, hey Sophie, I really want to go whole food plant-based, but I'm a little bit on the fence, I don't know, it's difficult, it's boring, I haven't got time, I haven't got the whatever your objections are, I have the mother of all challenges coming up, and it's starting in October, on the 1st of October. It is a 31-day plant-based challenge. We're doing it again. And the reason we're doing it again is the one that we did in July was a crashing success. Honestly, the testimonials were extraordinary. People, almost everybody who wanted to, lost unwanted pounds. And I know that's not the prime motivation for doing a plant-based challenge, but that was the bonus that everybody got. They really got what they came for, which is that they wanted to gain energy, lose unwanted pounds, and feel great in the skin that they were in. And all the other benefits, cholesterol numbers dropping, high blood pressure numbers dropping, hormones balancing out, skin looking great. I cannot even begin to tell you, it was overwhelming. The testimony is the most successful thing actually that I've ever done as a challenge, and that's why we decided to bring it back in October. Another 31-day challenge, but it's the kind of the full edition, and we added something to it. So not only do you get every single day you get an email from me, every single day you get a video from me, you get grocery lists, shopping lists, you get cheat sheets, you get entered into a special private Facebook group, which actually I think is almost the most valuable asset of this entire challenge, because everybody on the last challenge became close, they helped each other, the group is still going strong, they became friends, they shared recipes, they cheerleaded each other. It is the most incredible group, and we're going to start a special group just for you, just for this challenge. And all this, my friends, all of this is for the rock bottom price of $31. That is $1 a day. You spend more than that on the cheapest item at the coffee shop. So this really is a labor of love from me to you, because I feel so passionately about this. It's been the life changer for me, making the change from being kind of on the fence of, oh, I eat a lot of vegetables and mostly, to really going fully whole food plant-based. And it's a challenge, so it means you do it for 31 days. And then if you want to go back to being more 80-20, like I'll eat mostly but a little bit, you know, other things as well afterwards, that's totally up for you. We're not zealots, I'm not a zealot, but it's a way that you can really feel the results, because you're only going to really go, oh wow, I really felt the results results if you do it 100%. And that's why I create these challenges, because it's my way of giving you that little nudge that you're really going to feel the difference. I'm about to get to the books, I'm about to get to the cookery books, but let me tell you one thing, because there is a ticking clock on this. This $31 price is only until the end of this week, and I'll put the exact details because I don't want to say the wrong thing here in this video. So the exact date that it goes up, in a couple of days time, it goes up to double that. It goes up to $62, and it will never ever be the $31 price point ever again, because the amount of information we give and the amount of work I do Facebook Lives every week, it's just not sustainable. So we do have to put the price up, but I wanted to give you this heads up, because if you want to get in now at this rock bottom price, do not leave it at all for a day. Just sign up immediately. You cannot miss out. People from the last plant-based challenge said it was the best $31 that they have ever spent. And even if you miss the deadline, it goes up to $2 a day, $62. It will be the best $62 you've ever spent. That's $2 a day. Again, I could barely go to the coffee shop and get something that is for $2. Maybe a hot tea at some coffee shops. But if I wanted one of those, coffee drinks, I'm going to go well north of that. And what does that give me? Absolutely nothing. How does that add to my health? Absolutely nothing. How does that add to the health of the planet? It doesn't. We are talking about a significant change in your health outcome for the rest of your life for just $2 a day. All right, I promised you that I'd get to these recipe books, so here we are. This is a brand new book out of the gate, and it is stunning. Links to these underneath the video. It is by Sahara Rose, and I love it. It's called Eat, Feel Fresh, a contemporary plant-based Ayurvedic cookbook. It is perfect for the change of season, because in Ayurveda, if you've never done Ayurveda before, they're very much about the seasons. You change the food to the seasons. Once you know what your dosha is, your body type is, and if you get this book you can find out, or what your predominant type is, then you eat accordingly. And then it's also very in tune with the seasons. But it's extremely unique and unusual to find an Ayurvedic book that is 100% vegan, because a lot of Ayurvedic cookery books include a lot of dairy. This doesn't. Sahara Rose is amazing. She has an incredible podcast, but it is a stunningly beautiful book. You're just going to want to own it anyway, with beautiful pictures and incredible recipes. So that's number one, a great, great find. And in the plant-based challenge in the Facebook group, we do book of the month. It's almost like a book club post challenge. So these are going to be useful. And in fact, one of the books that we've had in the current group is this one, which is Living this Farm Sanctuary Life. And this is a beautiful book by Gene Bauer. He is the founder of the Farm Sanctuary. It rescues farm animals from hideous factory farms, and it has a lot of really great recipes in it, and their contributions from some of the best plant-based chefs around. So this is a beautiful book. Also, we have Victoria Moran, a friend, a great mentor of mine in the whole vegan world. She's been in the vegan world for, 30 years. She was early to the party. The Main Street Vegan Academy cookbook is wonderful. Lots of really, really easy go-to recipes. Then we have my lovely friends Heather and Jen, the Spork sisters, and their wonderful book that I've talked about many times before called Vegan 101. And they have a bolognese recipe in this book that you are going to go bananas over, and it is perfect for the fall, along with lots of other really easy go-to recipes. And then last but not least, you can see in so many of these books, I've got all my little post-it notes. This is Everyday Kitchen by Vegan Risha. I post loads of her video recipe recipe videos on my Facebook page because I love her. Really, really tasty, tasty recipes. So that, my friends, is it from me. So please do not delay. Sign up for that challenge right away. It is the 31-day plant-powered challenge. It starts October 1st. It is the perfect time of year. You get yourself cleansed, healthy, detoxed, full of energy before the holidays. What an incredible gift, right, to yourself and to your family and friends. And any single problem that you have along the way, thinking, oh, or even now that you're thinking, oh, I just don't know, and I'm hearing about all these new diets, and the one that I hear all the time, what about the keto diet, which people are wanting to do now because it seems to be the magic bullet, right, for the easy, quick fix. My friends, just the only thing I can say about that is long-term studies have not been done on these new diets. Well, keto is a reiteration of the Atkins, and long-term studies have been done on that diet and they didn't pan out well in terms of heart disease. So the really big takeaway with any of these fad diets, where a lot of people are doing them because of the promise of quick weight loss, but quick weight loss when you're ignoring long-term health is kind of dangerous. So we really want to do something that is proven long-term, that's the truth, basically, that is proven to work for long-term health. And all I care about in everything I do, because I've been in this space a long time now, for 10 years now, all I care about is your long-term health. I'm in it for the long haul, and I don't want anyone in my community, any of my readers, I've written 4 books, anyone in any of my social communities coming back to me in 5 years' time going, Sophie, I tried that diet that you recommended and I now have heart disease, my cholesterol numbers have gone up, even worse, I got whatever it is. Not on my watch. I give you the information to the best of my ability based on evidence-based science, and then you do with it what you will. I'm not responsible for that, but I do feel a great sense of responsibility when it comes to, advising for your long-term health. So that's it from me. I love you all, my community. If this is the first time you've ever seen any of my videos, have a look at some of my other videos, because I do I wear a lot of different hats. So I've got DIY skincare, I've got loads of skincare reviews, because some of my earlier books have been very much about non-toxic green beauty. So there's a lot of stuff going on in my community, and of course, the best thing you could do is to subscribe, because then you will never miss anything that I do. I love you all. Sign up for that plant-based challenge now. I'll see you next time. Hi, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, there are hundreds more. And please also visit my blog at sophieuliano.com for detailed reviews, recipes, DIYs, and more.